Welcome to Sleep Stories Nest. I'm Ethan, and tonight I'll be your storyteller, your quiet companion in the hush between waking and dreams. You've come here to rest, to leave behind the noise of the day, and to step gently into another world. So, before we begin, take a deep, easy breath in and out. Let the rhythm of your breathing guide you home to yourself. With every exhale, the body softens. With every inhale, the heart opens a little wider. You might notice the weight of your blanket, the cool air brushing against your skin, the faint hum of stillness that lives inside the night. Breathe in slowly. Let the breath move like the desert wind, soft, ancient, whispering secrets through your chest. Breathe out gently and let the night open before you like a scroll of stars written by the hand of silence. You are here beneath a vast sky where time dissolves and something in you begins to remember, a memory older than your name, older than your fears, a memory of when you walked not as a human but as a lion of spirit, a creature of stillness and fire. Let that image rise, a lion beneath the silver moon, eyes half closed, not out of sleep, but out of knowing. He does not chase, he waits. He does not roar to be heard, he roars to be true. Your breath follows his rhythm now, slow, steady, like the earth itself, inhaling, like the stars themselves. Exhaling, the night hums softly, a song of dust and eternity. And in that song, you begin to feel your own heartbeat, not as a sound, but as a drumbeat of creation, a pulse shared by the lion and by every soul that has ever searched for peace. Let your shoulders loosen. Let the weight you carry melt. You do not need to fight tonight. You only need to see. For centuries, humans have forgotten their animal wisdom, but the lion, he never forgets. He walks with his hunger. He sleeps with his shadow. He accepts both without shame. And you too, have that power within you. The strength that needs no noise. The courage that does not come from anger, but from silence. Breathe again, slowly, deeply. Imagine the scent of the desert night. Cool sand beneath your bare feet. A gentle wind that carries old prayers. And somewhere far, you hear the lion's low breath, a sound of peace and dominance, woven as one pause long. Let the silence echo through your mind. You walk closer in your imagination, through the shifting silver dunes. The moon paints your path in soft light, and as you reach the lion, he does not move away. He simply opens his eyes, golden, ancient, reflecting everything you are trying to remember. The lion does not see you as weak. He sees you as lost, as one who has forgotten the still kingdom inside. You kneel before him, not in worship, but in surrender. You let go of the endless striving, the noise of proving yourself, the rush of becoming more, and for a moment, you are simply being pause long, longer than thought. Let it sink like warm sand through your veins. The lion breathes, you breathe, and something merges, not body to body, but essence to essence. His stillness seeps into your bones, his calm into your heartbeat, his watchful silence into your eyes. There is no fear here, only the truth that power needs no noise, no display, no applause, only presence. The lion whispers through the air, not with words, but with knowing. He tells you to rule your inner world, you must first learn to rest within it, to tame the wild of your own mind, not by chains, but by love pause. Let the word love echo softly, Let it expand, warm, gentle, infinite. You begin to see how human life has drifted from this wisdom, chasing noise instead of peace, titles instead of truth. But here, under the stars, everything is stripped bare, and what remains is the lion in you, being who does not argue, does not seek validation, but knows his worth through quiet certainty, through the way his spirit stands still. Even when the world trembles, pause again, slow the breath, slow the thought, slow the pulse. Your human self, always seeking more, now feels small and soft, but not in weakness, in grace. You realize the lion's strength was never his roar. It was his silence before the roar, his patience before the leap, his peace before the storm, and maybe that is what your soul was searching for all along. Pause long as the stars shimmer softly above and the wind hums a forgotten prayer. You feel your old fears fall away, like sand slipping through open hands. You feel lighter, quieter. True, you close your eyes, and the lion steps closer. His breath touches your forehead, and it feels like warmth from another world, a reminder that strength and softness can live together. That power and surrender are not opposites, but reflections of the same divine flame. Pause long in this quiet union. The human in you dissolves a little. The lion in you awakens a little, and together they create something sacred, something whole. The desert fades, the stars blur, the wind slows, and all that remains is stillness. Pure, luminous stillness. Breathe in, hold the breath gently. Breathe out. Let go of everything that is not peace. You are the lion now, and the lion is you. The night deepens, the stars turn slower, and somewhere inside your chest, a sound begins to stir. Not from your lips, but from a place older than language. The lion's breath moves through you, a rhythm of power and tenderness. You feel it in your ribs, in your heartbeat, in the space between your thoughts. Pause long, let that space widen. You hear him now, not as sound, but as knowing. His voice enters you like wind entering a cave, echoing softly against your inner walls. You chase too much, he says. You hunt shadows and forget the sun. Pause. The words settle in the silence. You feel them vibrate. They are not a scolding. They are medicine, ancient and slow. You remember how you run after praise, after love, after meaning. But the lion reminds you that what is truly yours never runs away. He teaches through calm, not command. He tells you that the universe is not a battlefield, but a mirror, reflecting the energy you bring to it. Pause, breathe softly. Let that truth seep into the corners of your mind. The lion does not roar at every echo, he whispers. He waits for what matters and lets silence guard his strength. You feel the weight of those words, and suddenly the noise inside you quiets. The endless thoughts that scratch like dry leaves now grow still, and you begin to understand the art of restraint, the beauty of self-discipline, not as punishment, but as freedom. Pause long, let the quiet hum inside you. The lion moves slowly through your imagination, his paws pressing into the sand of your soul, each step a lesson, each breath a reminder. He speaks again. You were not born to beg. You were born to remember. You were not born to prove. You were born to awaken. These words pierce softly, not like arrows, but like light finding its way through clouds. You begin to see how much of your pain was born from forgetting this truth, from believing you were smaller than your spirit, from thinking you had to earn worth when worth was already the pulse in your veins. Pause, let that settle deep. The lion lies down beside you now, and you feel his warmth against your side. It is grounding, real, holy. He teaches through presence, not speech. Humility, he whispers, is not shrinking. It is shining without noise. It is knowing that the universe bends, not for pride, but for peace. His mane glows faintly under the moon, each strand of hair moving with the desert wind, and you realize ego was never the enemy. It was just a child of fear. It only needed to be loved, not destroyed. Pause long. Let that compassion touch your heart. The lion's eyes soften, and in their golden reflection, you see yourself, your struggles, your stories, your small victories, your quiet wounds, and you see that every part of you was always sacred. You were never broken, only unlistened to, only unremembered, and the lion reminds you that remembering is the first act of healing. Pause. Breathe in gently, breathe out slower than you ever have. The stars above seem to lean closer, as if they too are listening. You whisper in return, asking the lion, how can I live with such peace in a world so loud, so hungry, so fast? A smiles with his eyes, a slow ripple of golden calm. Walk slowly, he says. Let others run if they must. You will arrive where you are meant to be, because you move with the rhythm of truth. Pause long, he continues. Each time you feel lost, close your eyes and breathe like the lion, not to escape the world, but to see it clearly, to remember that storms come and go, but the mountain remains. You feel tears rise, but they are not of sorrow. They are of recognition, of finally hearing the truth you had carried all along. Pause long. Let the emotion flow gently, like moonlight melting into sand. The lion leans closer. His forehead touches yours, and you feel a quiet current of strength moving through every part of you. He tells you one final secret for tonight. The heart is the true wilderness, and the bravest are those who learn to walk it in love. Pause. Let the silence breathe that line for you. You stay there, head bowed, breath steady, and you realize the lion has not only spoken to you, he has spoken as you. You are no longer the listener. You are the echo, the roar, the silence. After the roar, you have become the teaching itself. Pause long. Let stillness expand until it fills every thought. In the distance, you hear the faint cry of the wind, like a flute played by the universe, soft, endless, and full of wonder. The desert night holds you in its arms, and you understand that peace was never out there. It was always waiting within, patient as the lion, silent as the stars. Breathe in once more, deeply, slowly, like the lion does. Breathe out gently, like the universe sighing through you. And in this moment, you know you are whole. The moon begins to sink. The stars turn pale with dawn. And the lion rises, his body glowing like a thought made of fire. You follow barefoot through the sand, the wind brushing softly across your skin. Cool, sacred, filled with the scent of beginnings. Pause long, breathe deeply, and let your heart match the rhythm of his slow, patient steps. You walk together in silence, the night thinning into gray, and the desert ahead spreads wide, vast as the mind. Empty, beautiful, terrifying. The lion stops and looks back at you, his eyes asking a question you already know. Are you ready to walk through yourself? You nod, and he turns again, moving forward, his paws leaving prints that glow faintly in the sand, like steps made of light paws. Let that image sink. The desert of the self is not made of dust and heat, but of memories, expectations, regrets, old voices whispering who you should be and who you failed to become. Each grain of sand carries a story, a desire, a wound, a mask you once wore to be seen. Pause, breathe softly, let the past drift through you like wind through dunes. The lion does not rush, he moves slowly, as if each step forgives something ancient, as if each breath frees a piece of soul still tied to old pain. He tells you the ego is thirsty. It drinks from mirages, it chases reflections in the sand. But the spirit drinks from silence. Pause long, let the truth echo. You realize then how many times you've run toward illusions, toward validation that vanished the moment you touched it, toward comfort that only deepened the thirst, and how rarely you've sat still long enough to hear your true name whispered from within. The lion stops at a dune, its curve shining under the first blush of dawn. He lies down and motions you to sit beside him. You do, your hands pressing into the cool sand, feeling it pulse faintly like the heartbeat of the earth itself. He looks at you and you feel seen, not by your achievements, not by your flaws, but by something older and purer than all your stories combined. Pause long, the lion speaks again. The desert burns away what you do not need. It strips you bare until only truth remains. And truth is never loud. Truth is the silence left after illusion dies. You close your eyes, and the silence around you grows deeper, richer, like the sound of nothing breathing. In that silence, you feel the weight of everything you've carried, expectations from others, the image of perfection you tried to hold, the pain of being misunderstood, the ache of wanting to be enough. The lion places his paw gently over your hand, and in that touch, you feel something melt, something surrender. He whispers, do not fight your shadow. Invite it to walk beside you, for even darkness can guide the way. When you love it enough, pause long, let the shadow soften in your mind. You see now that every failure was a teacher, every loss a mirror, every wound a doorway, and every fear just a cub of your inner lion, waiting to be seen, waiting to be loved. Breathe slowly, feel that forgiveness ripple through your soul. You are learning now the art of being without needing, of loving without owning, of walking without demanding direction. The lion rises once more and begins to walk again, the desert glowing faintly under the newborn light. He says, when the ego dies, the soul is born, and the world does not end. It begins. For the first time, you see not with eyes, but with heart. Pause. Let those words breathe in you. The horizon ahead starts to shimmer, not with heat, but with a strange golden light, as if dawn itself is bowing to something divine. The lion stops, and you both stand facing that golden horizon. He speaks softly. This is the point where most turn back, because silence feels like death to those who only knew noise. But silence is not death, it is rebirth. Pause long, let your mind rest in that stillness. You close your eyes again and breathe. You feel the sand beneath you. You feel your chest rise and fall. You feel yourself dissolve into everything, into wind, into warmth, into light. The lion's voice fades into a whisper. Let go of control. The universe is wiser than your plans. Trust the rhythm that shaped stars and dust alike. Trust that same rhythm within you. Pause long, let go, and in that surrender, you finally feel it. A peace so deep, it hums like ancient music. A knowing so soft, it feels like home. Your eyes open slowly, and the lion is no longer beside you, but within you. His calm breathing through your lungs, his quiet power in your heart, his eyes now behind your own, the desert has changed. It is no longer empty. It is alive, glowing softly with the light of understanding. You whisper to yourself, almost without meaning to, I am no longer searching. I am remembering. I am the lion, and the lion is me. Pause long. The wind moves gently, as if bowing in silence, and the first ray of sunlight touches your face. You smile, not from joy, but from peace, the kind that does not need reason, the kind that simply is. The sun rises slowly now, its first light spilling across the desert like liquid gold, warm, forgiving, endless. You stand in its glow, eyes half closed, feeling both the heat and the hush. Pause long. Breathe in the warmth. Breathe out the night that still lingers within you. The lion's voice moves again inside your mind, gentle, deep, like thunder wrapped in silk. You have walked through silence, he says. Now you must walk through fire. You do not see flames, but you feel them. A heat rising from within your chest, not of destruction, but of transformation. Pause. Let the heat gather softly behind your ribs. Pride, the lion whispers, is the fire that guards the heart. Too much, and it burns all love away. Too little, and the world's wind will scatter your spirit. His words shimmer through the air like sunlight on sand, and you understand. Pride is not arrogance. It is the sacred boundary between self-respect and surrender. Pause. Let that realization bloom inside you. You see flashes of your past, moments when your pride built walls, moments when it kept you from love, and others when your lack of it let others shape your worth. The lion steps closer in the vision, his eyes glowing with gentle fire. You must learn to burn without destroying, to shine without blinding, to love without losing yourself. The flames rise around you now, golden, slow, silent. Not the fire of pain, but the fire of purification. Breathe slowly. Let the warmth move through your spine, your heart, your thoughts. You feel every judgment you ever held against yourself begin to soften, melt, dissolve into light. Pause long. Feel yourself becoming lighter, freer. The lion roars softly, not in rage, but in devotion, a sound that calls truth back to its throne. The greatest victory, he says, is to conquer the pride that fears humility, and to love even when the heart trembles. You bow your head, tears rising like holy water, and the fire within you begins to cool, turning into a gentle warmth, like sunlight resting on skin. You understand now that pride is the sword, but love is the hand that must hold it with grace. Pause. Breathe in that balance. Breathe out the old wounds of control. The lion begins to walk toward the horizon, and the scene changes. The sand gives way to rippling water, a vast ocean unfolding where the desert once stretched. You follow. The waves shimmer in shades of blue and gold, meeting the sky, as if heaven has come down to kiss the earth. Pause long. Listen to the sound of waves. The slow rhythm of eternal breath. Fire teaches strength, the lion says, but the ocean teaches surrender. The heart needs both, fire to know itself, and water to dissolve itself in love. You kneel at the water's edge and touch the surface. It feels cool, alive, infinite, as if it recognizes you. You close your eyes and feel the rhythm, the tide moving in and out, like the universe breathing through you. Pause long. You hear the lion's voice again, closer now, like it comes from your very heartbeat. When you love, love as the ocean does, without fear of losing itself in giving, for it knows that what it gives returns in waves. Your chest opens, and suddenly you feel everything. The love you have given, the love you denied, the love you still long for, and the love that has never left you. It all comes rushing in like waves, washing through every corner of your being. You tremble, not from pain, but from beauty, too vast to hold. Pause long, let tears rise freely. Let them fall like rain, returning to the sea. The lion stands behind you, his reflection shimmering in the water, and you see that his mane now flickers with light, half flame, half wave, fire and water, strength and surrender. He whispers, to be divine is to hold both, to burn with purpose and to flow with love. You repeat these words in your mind, and they echo softly, transforming into prayer, into music, into truth. Breathe deeply now, the scent of salt and sun filling your lungs, and as you exhale, you feel your heart widen, wider than fear, wider than control, wide enough to hold the entire sky. The lion steps beside you, his presence both fierce and tender. He looks toward the horizon where the sun touches the sea and says, this is what it means to be whole, to know your fire, and to bow before the ocean within you. And the lion rises, his body glowing like a thought made of fire. You follow barefoot through the sand, the wind brushing softly across your skin, cool, sacred, filled with the scent of beginnings. Pause long, breathe deeply, and let your heart match the rhythm of his slow, patient steps. You walk together in silence, the night thinning into gray, and the desert ahead spreads wide, vast as the mind, empty, beautiful, terrifying. The lion stops and looks back at you, his eyes asking a question you already know. Are you ready to walk through yourself? You nod, and he turns again, moving forward, his paws leaving prints that glow faintly in the sand, like steps made of light paws. Let that image sink. The desert of the self is not made of dust and heat, but of memories, expectations, regrets, old voices whispering who you should be and who you failed to become. Each grain of sand carries a story, a desire, a wound, a mask you once wore to be seen. Pause, breathe softly, let the past drift through you like wind through dunes. The lion does not rush. He moves slowly, as if each step forgives something ancient, as if each breath frees a piece of soul still tied to old pain. He tells you the ego is thirsty. It drinks from mirages. It chases reflections in the sand. But the spirit drinks from silence. Pause long. Let the truth echo. You realize then how many times you've run toward illusions, toward validation that vanished the moment you touched it, toward comfort that only deepened the thirst, and how rarely you've sat still long enough to hear your true name whispered from within. The lion stops at a dune, its curve shining under the first blush of dawn. He lies down and motions you to sit beside him. You do, your hands pressing into the cool sand, feeling it pulse faintly like the heartbeat of the earth itself. He looks at you, and you feel seen, not by your achievements, not by your flaws, but by something older and purer than all your stories combined. Pause long. The lion speaks again. The desert burns away what you do not need. It strips you bare until only truth remains. And truth is never loud. Truth is the silence left after illusion dies. You close your eyes, and the silence around you grows deeper, richer, like the sound of nothing breathing. In that silence, you feel the weight of everything you've carried. Expectations from others, the image of perfection you tried to hold, the pain of being misunderstood, the ache of wanting to be enough. The lion places his paw gently over your hand, and in that touch, you feel something melt, something surrender, he whispers. Do not fight your shadow. Invite it to walk beside you, for even darkness can guide the way. When you love it enough, pause long, let the shadow soften in your mind. You see now that every failure was a teacher, every loss a mirror, every wound a doorway, and every fear just a cub of your inner lion, waiting to be seen, waiting to be loved. Breathe slowly, feel that forgiveness ripple through your soul. You are learning now the art of being without needing, of loving without owning, of walking without demanding direction. The lion rises once more and begins to walk again, the desert glowing faintly under the newborn light. He says, when the ego dies, the soul is born, and the world does not end. It begins. For the first time, you see not with eyes, but with heart pause. Let those words breathe in you. The horizon ahead starts to shimmer, not with heat, but with a strange golden light, as if dawn itself is bowing to something divine. The lion stops, and you both stand facing that golden horizon. He speaks softly. This is the point where most turn back, because silence feels like death to those who only knew noise. But silence is not death. It is rebirth. Pause long. Let your mind rest in that stillness. You close your eyes again and breathe. You feel the sand beneath you. You feel your chest rise and fall. You feel yourself dissolve into everything, into wind, into warmth, into light. The lion's voice fades into a whisper. Let go of control. The universe is wiser than your plans. Trust the rhythm that shaped stars and dust alike. Trust that same rhythm within you. Pause long, let go, and in that surrender, you finally feel it. A peace so deep, it hums like ancient music. In knowing so soft, it feels like home. Your eyes open slowly, and the lion is no longer beside you, but within you. His calm breathing through your lungs, his quiet power in your heart, his eyes now behind your own. The desert has changed. It is no longer empty. It is alive, glowing softly with the light of understanding. You whisper to yourself, almost without meaning to, I am no longer searching. I am remembering. I am the lion, and the lion is me. Pause long. The wind moves gently, as if bowing in silence, and the first ray of sunlight touches your face. You smile, not from joy, but from peace, the kind that does not need reason, the kind that simply is. The sun rises slowly now, its first light spilling across the desert like liquid gold, warm, forgiving, endless. You stand in its glow, eyes half closed, feeling both the heat and the hush. Pause long. Breathe in the warmth, breathe out the night that still lingers within you. The lion's voice moves again inside your mind, gentle, deep, like thunder wrapped in silk. You have walked through silence, he says. Now you must walk through fire. You do not see flames, but you feel them. A heat rising from within your chest, not of destruction, but of transformation. Pause. Let the heat gather softly behind your ribs. Pride, the lion whispers, is the fire that guards the heart. Too much, and it burns all love away. Too little, and the world's wind will scatter your spirit. His words shimmer through the air like sunlight on sand, and you understand. Pride is not arrogance. It is the sacred boundary between self-respect and surrender. Pause. Let that realization bloom inside you. You see flashes of your past, moments when your pride built walls, moments when it kept you from love, and others when your lack of it let others shape your worth. The lion steps closer in the vision, his eyes glowing with gentle fire. You must learn to burn without destroying, to shine without blinding, to love without losing yourself. The flames rise around you now, golden, slow, silent. Not the fire of pain, but the fire of purification. Breathe slowly, let the warmth move through your spine, your heart, your thoughts. You feel every judgment you ever held against yourself begin to soften, melt, dissolve into light. Pause long. Feel yourself becoming lighter. Freer the lion roars softly, not in rage, but in devotion. A sound that calls truth back to its throne. The greatest victory, he says, is to conquer the pride that fears humility, and to love even when the heart trembles. You bow your head, tears rising like holy water, and the fire within you begins to cool, turning into a gentle warmth, like sunlight resting on skin. You understand now that pride is the sword, but love is the hand that must hold it with grace. Pause, breathe in that balance, breathe out the old wounds of control. The lion begins to walk toward the horizon, and the scene changes. The sand gives way to rippling water, a vast ocean unfolding where the desert once stretched. You follow. The waves shimmer in shades of blue and gold, meeting the sky, as if heaven has come down to kiss the earth. Pause long, listen to the sound of waves. The slow rhythm of eternal breath fire teaches strength, the lion says, but the ocean teaches surrender. The heart needs both, fire to know itself, and water to dissolve itself in love. You kneel at the water's edge and touch the surface. It feels cool, alive, infinite, as if it recognizes you. You close your eyes and feel the rhythm, the tide moving in and out, like the universe breathing through you. Pause long. You hear the lion's voice again, closer now, like it comes from your very heartbeat. When you love as the ocean does, without fear of losing itself in giving, for it knows that what it gives returns in waves. Your chest opens, and suddenly you feel everything. The love you have given, the love you denied, the love you still long for, and the love that has never left you. It all comes rushing in like waves, washing through every corner of your being. You tremble, not from pain, but from beauty, too vast to hold. Pause long, let tears rise freely. Let them fall like rain, returning to the sea. The lion stands behind you, his reflection shimmering in the water, and you see that his mane now flickers with light, half flame, half wave, fire and water, strength and surrender. He whispers, to be divine is to hold both, to burn with purpose and to flow with love. You repeat these words in your mind, and they echo softly, transforming into prayer, into music, into truth. Breathe deeply now, the scent of salt and sun filling your lungs. And as you exhale, you feel your heart widen, wider than fear, wider than control, wide enough to hold the entire sky. The lion steps beside you, his presence both fierce and tender. He looks toward the horizon where the sun touches the sea and says, this is what it means to be whole, to know your fire, and to bow before the ocean within you. Let that stillness stretch inside you. You realize then, you no longer stand before the lion as a student. You stand beside him as reflection, as equal, as one who has remembered. The wind moves softly through the scene, and you feel the elements within you align. The fire of pride, now gentle and pure, the ocean of love now endless and calm. You bow to the lion, and he bows to you, for both know now that there was never separation, only remembrance. The waves shimmer brighter, the sky hums softly, and you whisper, I am both flame and water. I am both courage and tenderness. I am the lion, and I am love. The lion smiles, a soft, knowing smile, and his image begins to fade into light, his voice lingering like the last breath of dawn, when the heart learns to love without pride and to stand without arrogance. It becomes the mirror of the divine. Breathe, let the silence embrace you. The sea quiets, the fire cools, and all that remains is a deep, endless peace. The air turns golden, the sea shimmers softly, and somewhere between fire and water, you find yourself standing in stillness, a stillness that feels like both an ending and a beginning. Breathe slowly, let your heart settle into the rhythm of silence. The lion's voice rises again, no longer distant, no longer above or beside, but within you, flowing through your breath like sacred wind. You have walked through silence, you have burned through pride, you have surrendered to love. Now it is time to rule your inner kingdom. You look around, and the landscape shifts again. The ocean fades, the fire dims, and before you rises a vast plain of light and golden field that stretches beyond sight, its ground shimmering with patterns like woven stars. You realize this is not a place outside you, it is your inner world, the kingdom of your soul. Breathe deeply, let that awareness bloom. The lion appears again, calm, radiant, his mane flowing like sunlight through silence. He speaks softly. Every being is born a king, but most forget their throne. They wander through fear and noise, searching for what already lives inside. You feel his words move through you, and you begin to see the truth. How often your thoughts have ruled you like storms, how emotions rose like waves and dragged you away, how the kingdom within was left unguarded by your awareness. Let that realization echo gently. The lion steps closer. The mind is your city, he says. The heart is your temple, and the soul is your throne. Learn to sit upon it without arrogance, and your world will bend to your peace. You close your eyes, and for a moment, you see your inner kingdom clearly. The heart glowing at its center like a sun, rivers of thought flowing outward, mountains of memory standing tall, and winds of emotion swirling softly across the sky. You realize everything within you is alive, and everything responds to your calm, to your breath, to your silence. The lion continues, you do not rule through control, you rule through harmony. When your thoughts bow to your awareness, when your emotions serve your truth, when your desires align with love, then the kingdom shines. You breathe slowly, and the field of light grows brighter. Your body feels lighter, your heart wider. You understand now. This is mastery, not over others, but over yourself. Let stillness fill your spine. The lion circles you, his steps silent, his presence steady, and every motion seems to balance the world around you. He speaks again. To master yourself, you must first understand your nature. You are both the lion and the lamb, the roar and the silence, the sun and the shadow. Deny neither, for both are sacred. His words flow through you like a river of gold, and you feel something in your chest loosen. That old war between who you are and who you think you should be. It ends here, in this light. Breathe in freedom, breathe out resistance. The lion gazes at you with deep kindness. Most people fight their thoughts, he says, but a true ruler listens to them. He does not silence the voices within. He teaches them peace. You see your thoughts now, like small creatures of light, some afraid, some angry, some wild and restless, and instead of pushing them away, you sit with them, you listen, you breathe, and slowly they begin to calm. They begin to rest, as if the kingdom has found its balance again. The lion's eyes soften. You see now, he says, control is not peace. Peace is control. For when the heart is still, all things obey it. You nod, feeling the truth bloom, like dawn behind your eyes. Your awareness expands again, and you begin to see the vastness within you. A palace of consciousness, built of silence, roofed with eternity. You are standing at its center, and everything you've ever loved, feared, or dreamed of is alive within its walls. Let the image grow clearer. The lion stands beside you at the gates, and together you step inside. The palace hums with quiet power, its halls made of light, its corridors filled with whispers of memory, and its throne, a single seat made of pure reflection. You walk toward it, slowly, feeling every breath echo through eternity. The lion speaks. This is your throne, the seat of your awareness, the place where soul and mind meet. It has waited for you since the beginning. You reach the throne and sit down, and the moment you do, everything within you goes. Still feel the stillness expand through your chest. You see now how each emotion bows softly before you, not in fear, but in harmony. Anger becomes courage, fear becomes caution, sadness becomes compassion, and joy becomes gratitude. Everything finds its rightful place. Everything serves the balance of your being. The lion bows his head and whispers, you have remembered the first law of the soul, that you are not what you feel, you are the one who feels. You are not the storm, you are the sky that holds it. The words sink into you, like light sinking into water, and for a long moment, you are everything and nothing, all at once, the king and the servant, the roar and the stillness. The lion steps back slowly, his eyes shimmering with pride. That is not pride, but reverence. You have built your kingdom with silence, he says. Guard it with love, rule it with presence, and it will never fall. You smile softly, your breath steady, your heart open. You look at your hands, they are light. You look at your reflection, it is calm, and for the first time, you know who you are, not a seeker, but a sovereign of inner peace. The lion fades again into golden air, but his voice remains woven through your heartbeat, through your breath, through your silence. Remember, the greatest kingdom you will ever rule is the one within your chest. Breathe slowly, let every word rest. Like sunlight inside you, you sit there, in the throne of your stillness. The whole world silent before you, the sky above vast and infinite, and your soul, calm, awake, and free. The air grows softer, the light turns silver blue, and around your golden throne, a new stillness begins to bloom. A stillness that feels infinite, as if the world is breathing. You breathe slowly, feel the rhythm of the universe moving through you. The lion's voice returns, not beside you, not ahead of you, but everywhere, woven into the wind, woven into your breath. Now you have ruled your kingdom. You must learn to dissolve it, for what you call yours is part of a greater whole. What you call self is only the echo of the sky. You look upward, and the palace of light around you begins to fade, its golden walls turning transparent, its stars melting into the heavens. until you realize there is no roof above you, only endless sky. You rise slowly from your throne, bare feet touching the glowing floor that is no longer floor, but horizon, a reflection of infinity. The lion appears once more, his mane shining now like the dawn itself, his form radiant, yet barely solid, as if he is made of light remembering itself. He speaks gently, you have found your center, but now you must lose it. You must open the gates of the kingdom and let the sky enter your heart. Let that thought breathe. You close your eyes, and in the darkness within, you begin to feel it. A pulse deeper than your heartbeat, a rhythm older than your name. The rhythm of the universe itself. It hums through you like distant thunder, like oceans beyond time, like galaxies turning in silence. And for the first time, you feel not separate from them, but made of the same song. Pause long, the lion whispers. When the sky looks down, it sees itself in you. When you look up, you see yourself in the sky. The mirror between them is your awareness. You breathe in, and the stars seem to move closer. You breathe out, and your heart expands into them. The boundary between self and space begins to dissolve. Your body no longer ends at your skin. Your thoughts no longer belong only to you. Everything begins to merge, softly, peacefully, as if returning to its true nature. You see images now, floating in the vast silence. The child you once were, the dreams you forgot, the tears you hid, the laughter you lost. And as each image passes through you, you do not grasp, you do not regret, you simply breathe and let them drift away like clouds across the eternal blue. The lion's voice grows softer. The sky holds all things, joy and sorrow, birth and death. It resists nothing. That is why it is infinite. You feel a tear form in your eye, not from sadness, but from recognition, from remembering that you too are like the sky, vast, open, forgiving. The lion continues. Every fear you hold is a cloud. Every thought you chase is wind. Every moment you cling to is a storm. Let them pass, and the blue will always return. You let go, slowly, beautifully, and your heart feels lighter, as if centuries of weight fall away. You see yourself now standing at the edge of the infinite, the stars swirling like whispers of light around you, and the lion walking beside you, calm, timeless, proud. He stops and looks toward the horizon where dawn and dusk meet. Look there, he says softly, the edge between night and light. That is where all opposites dissolve. That is where truth sleeps. Let silence speak. You walk with him to that horizon, your steps soundless, your thoughts quiet, your breath steady, and when you reach it, the horizon opens. Not forward, not backward, but inward. You fall, not down, but through yourself, through layers of memory and light, through oceans of forgotten peace. When you awaken, you are floating in the sky itself, your body weightless, your soul luminous. You see stars like thoughts, planets like emotions, and comets like fleeting desires, all moving in perfect rhythm. The lion's voice echoes through the vastness. The universe is not outside you, it is within you. You are the mirror it uses to know itself. You whisper softly, "Then who am I?" And the voice answers, "You are the seeing itself. You are the still point through which all motion passes. You are the silence behind every sound. Let the truth settle. Deep, your breath becomes slower, your pulse softer, your awareness clearer. The sky reflects you, and you reflect the sky, until there is no difference, no edge, no other, only one endless being, one boundless light, one eternal peace. The lion appears again beside you, but now his form is made entirely of stars. His eyes are galaxies, his mane a river of constellations. He bows his head gently. You have learned the highest roar, the roar of silence. For only when the mind is quiet can the soul truly speak. You float there in awe, tears turning to starlight, your heart open and weightless. The lion continues. Now you know why you were never separate, why every sunset was a reflection of your own calm, why every storm mirrored your unrest. The outer world was always your inner sky. You feel gratitude blooming through your chest, not for what you have gained, but for what you have remembered. You whisper softly, "Thank you." The lion smiles, his voice now blending with the stars. Gratitude is the breath of the sky. When you live in it, you never fall asleep again. The stars begin to spin gently, slowly forming a circle of light around you, a mandala of galaxies, a living halo of eternity, and in the center of that light, you see your reflection, calm, radiant, infinite. The lion's voice fades into the distance, not gone, but dissolved into everything, into the wind, into the pulse of space, into your breath, and you realize he was never separate from you. He was your higher self all along, the strength you forgot, the wisdom you silenced, the divine echo of your own being. You rest in the endless blue, breathing softly, awake and asleep at the same time, neither dreaming nor thinking, just existing. And for a moment that feels like forever, you are the sky, you are the light, you are the peace. The silence stretches like eternity. The stars hum softly above you, and in that boundless peace, you feel the faint pulse of something new, a whisper that sounds like movement, like the gentle beginning of return. Breathe deeply. Feel that pulse in your chest, the world calling you home. The lion's voice returns, no longer thunder, but wind through golden grass. You have known the sky, he says. Now you must walk the earth again, for truth that does not touch the ground cannot heal the hearts below it. You open your eyes, and the stars begin to fade, turning into morning light, soft, pink, tender, like a promise kept after centuries of forgetting. The air smells of rain. The sound of distant rivers fills the stillness, and beneath your feet, you feel soil, cool and damp, alive. You are standing once more on the earth, but something has changed. You feel both heavier and lighter, as if gravity and grace are now the same thing. The lion walks beside you, his form no longer made of stars, but of fur and strength and warmth. His presence real again, his eyes calm, his breath slow. You're no longer just the seeker, he says. You are the bridge between heaven and ground, between silence and sound, between thought and truth. You look at your hands, the same hands you once called yours, but now they glow faintly with awareness. They tremble, not with fear, but with power so gentle, it feels like mercy. The lion continues. The soul learns not by escape, but by return. Each time it descends, it brings heaven closer to the earth. You begin to walk, each step soft, deliberate, your bare feet pressing into the soil, leaving behind faint trails of light. The sky above turns brighter. Birds awaken. A breeze moves through the grass like memory, and you realize how alive everything is, how every sound now feels sacred, how every leaf seems to whisper your name. You stop beside a river, its surface shimmering with sunlight, and the lion kneels beside you, his reflection trembling beside yours. Look closely, he says. What do you see? You look, and at first, you see only your face, but then you see the child you once were, the lover you once lost, the mistakes you once made, the victories you once chased. You see all of them in one reflection, each shape blending softly into the next. The lion's voice deepens. Now you understand. Your reflection changes with the light, but the water beneath never does. You nod slowly, tears forming, because you finally feel what he means. Beneath all your identities, there has always been stillness, a soul untouched by time to roar again. The lion says, you must roar from that stillness, not from fear, not from anger, but from truth. You look up, and the world seems to wait for your sound. The trees lean slightly, the air thickens with quiet expectation. You close your eyes and draw in a slow, deep breath from the bottom of your being, from the roots of your soul. Then you release it, not as a cry, not as noise, but as a roar so pure it feels like love made sound. The forest trembles softly, the river ripples wider, the mountains echo faintly, and for a moment, the entire world feels awake. The lion bows his head and says, that is the roar of remembrance. It does not conquer, it awakens. You stand silently, feeling peace spread through every fiber of your body. The peace that comes not from control, but from surrender. The lion circles around you, his mane catching the morning light. Remember, he says, strength is not what breaks, it is what bends and returns. It is the humility to listen. Even when you could roar, you breathe again. And for the first time, you feel your own roar living quietly in your chest, like a sleeping flame, ready to rise. When truth calls, the lion sits beside you, and his eyes soften with pride. You are ready now, he says, not to rule the world, but to serve it with your light. You smile faintly, the kind of smile that feels like sunrise inside the soul, and look toward the horizon, where gold meets green, where day begins. The lion continues. Walk gently, let your steps heal the ground you cross. Let your words carry the tone of peace, and when you meet the lost, do not lecture them, simply roar softly through your presence. You nod, your heart full, your mind still, your soul wide open. The air hums again with quiet energy, and as the sun rises higher, you see faint threads of light stretching from your chest into everything, into the soil, into the river, into the sky, and you realize the kingdom never ended. It only changed form. You whisper so softly that only the wind hears. I am not returning to the world. I am letting the world return. Through me the lion smiles, his tail flicking gently, and says, that is the true meaning of awakening, to live among men. As one who remembers eternity, you both stand in silence for a while, watching the sun rise over the endless fields, the warmth on your skin, the wind in your hair, and in that quiet union, you feel something eternal, a peace that will follow you into every thought, every breath, every tomorrow. The lion takes one final step toward you and presses his forehead gently against your chest, a gesture ancient and holy, his voice almost a whisper now. When you forget again, and you will, come back here, not with your feet, but with your breath. Close your eyes, feel the roar inside your heart, and you will find me waiting. You close your eyes and breathe deeply once more, and when you open them, the lion is gone, but his warmth remains. a golden silence in your soul, you look to the sky and smile softly, for you know now you carry both the fire and the calm, both the roar and the peace, both the lion and the sky, and the world awaits, ready to be met with quiet strength, and you begin to walk, not as the seeker, not as the ruler, but as the remembered soul, the one who roars with love and listens with light. Morning unfolds like a slow dream, light spilling softly through clouds, the sound of distant birds weaving through air, and you walk, quiet, steady, each step a prayer whispered into the earth. Breathe slowly, feel the rhythm of life moving beneath your feet. You sense it now, the subtle hum beneath all things, a vibration that feels both outside and within, as if every leaf, every gust of wind, every grain of dust is part of one great heartbeat. The lion is gone, but not gone. His presence lingers, like sunlight after dawn, soft, invisible. Everywhere you pass through a forest, and the light filters through leaves, like golden water, and for a moment, you see him there, in the shimmer of movement, in the silence between bird songs, in the stillness that watches you back. I am in everything now, his voice whispers, in the rise of your breath, in the calm between thoughts, in the way the wind bends, but does not break. You close your eyes and listen deeply. The forest becomes a living temple, each sound a verse, each ray of light a prayer, and as you listen, you begin to understand. The lion was never a creature outside of you. He was the courage within you, the timeless watcher beneath your fears, the fire that stayed even when you forgot its warmth. You reach a clearing, and the sun opens above you like a blessing, its light falling on your skin, warm, alive, complete. You sit upon the grass, close your eyes, and breathe each inhale, drawing the world into you, each exhale, giving love back to it. This is the eternal return, you hear the lion say, not to the world of noise, but to the silence that moves within it. You remember his lessons, the fire of pride, the ocean of surrender, the mirror of the sky, the throne of self-mastery, the roar of remembrance, and you realize they were never separate. They were steps of one journey, phases of one awakening. The lion's voice softens, the path never ends. It only deepens. Each return is not to the same place, but to the same truth, seen more clearly, felt more fully. You open your eyes, and the world looks new again, not because it has changed, but because your sight has. You see holiness in simplicity, light in every shadow, the divine in every small thing. A butterfly passes by, its wings glowing faintly, like stained glass in sunlight, and you smile, because even this tiny creature carries the same stillness, the same grace. You stand again and begin walking toward a small village beyond the forest. People move there, busy with their lives, their laughter, their worries, their dreams, and as you walk among them, you see traces of the lion in their faces, in the proud stance of a father, in the soft patience of a mother, in the wild curiosity of a child, in the quiet strength of the elderly. The lion lives through them, through everyone, through everything. You smile gently at the people you pass, not from distance, but from recognition. You no longer see separation, you see reflections, each person carrying a spark of the same eternal flame. The lion whispers, when you meet others, you meet the fragments of your own soul, Treat them as mirrors, and you will never be lost. You reach a small river that runs through the village and sit beside it, watching its current move lazily beneath sunlight. A little boy throws pebbles into the water, and they ripple outward, ring after ring, merging, fading, disappearing. You smile, for the ripples remind you of your own thoughts, each one fading into the stillness from which it came. The lion's voice returns softly. That is how truth moves, quietly, without effort, touching all things without clinging to any. You watch the boy run away, laughing, and feel warmth spread in your heart, for joy, too, is divine. Innocence, too, is wisdom. When the heart is awake, the day passes gently, and as the sun begins to set, you climb a small hill overlooking the village, the horizon painted in shades of rose and gold. The air cools, a slow wind moves through your hair, and for a long moment, you just stand there, breathing, watching the light shift, feeling the rhythm of endings and beginnings. The lion's voice comes again. Every sunset is a return, every dawn a rebirth. The soul never stops its dance between light and shadow. It only learns to move with grace. You close your eyes and feel the balance, the fire of day, the calm of night, the union of both inside your being, and you whisper softly, "I am home," not because you found a place, but because you remembered a presence. The lion's final words drift like golden dust through your thoughts. You have walked as seeker, you have ruled as king, you have surrendered as sky. Now walk as silence itself, the roar that no longer needs sound. The sky darkens, stars begin to appear one by one, and as you look up, you see the same constellation that once shimmered in his mane. You smile, knowing he never left, knowing he never could. You lie down on the soft grass, your eyes half closed, your breath slow, the night wrapping around you like a mother's lullaby. And as you drift between waking and sleep, you hear one last whisper, soft, infinite, eternal. I am the lion within you. I am the calm beyond fear. I am the light between your breaths. I am you, the stars pulse gently above. The earth hums below, and your soul, vast, silent, infinite, rests in perfect peace. You stand before the endless horizon now. The stars melting into the first breath of dawn. The air feels sacred, heavy with invisible truth, a truth that has been calling you since before your birth. The lion inside you does not sleep anymore. He paces within, slow and majestic. His heartbeat echoes through your veins. His breath merges with yours. You're no longer two separate beings. You are the same pulse, the same ancient will, the same fire. Breathe, slowly, deeply. Let the silence between heartbeats speak, for in that silence, there is revelation. You were not meant to be tame. You were not meant to live quietly, behind fear. You were born to remember what your soul once was. A traveler of light, a guardian of love, a creature of strength and surrender. The lion whispers now, not through words, but through instinct, through knowing, through that wild music that hums in your bones. He says, do not chase the crown, be the crown. Do not seek control, be the calm within chaos. Do not roar for power, roar for truth. You walk across the soft earth, the moon fading behind you, dawn painting your shadow gold. You feel weightless, like a memory returning home. Every step feels eternal, every breath a prayer. And listen, the desert wind speaks the same language as your heartbeat. The stars dissolve into morning light, and somewhere deep within you, something ancient rises. The lion, the soul, the eternal witness. You realize it was never about becoming something new. It was always about remembering who you were before fear, before loss, before you learned to hide your light. The lion's eyes meet yours in the mirror of your mind. He bows his head. You bow too. There is no hierarchy, no master, no servant, only unity, only reverence, only love. And in that moment, you feel the boundaries dissolve. The skin between the human and the divine melts. You are not a person. You are not a thought. You are not even a body. You are presence. You are awareness. You are the desert and the dawn and the roar and the stillness. Breathe and let go. The lion turns, walks toward the horizon of your heart, his mane glowing like sunfire, each step dissolving into light, and you realize he was never separate. He was your courage, your strength, your truth, your divine reflection. You whisper softly, "Thank you," and his voice returns through the wind. "You were always me. You just forgot for a while. And now, as the first rays of dawn touch your face, you smile, a quiet smile, filled with peace that has no name, because you have finally remembered you are both the lion and the soul, both the roar and the silence, both the seeker and the found. And let this truth sink deep, deep into the heart's ocean, where no storm can reach it, where no shadow can dim it. The meditation continues within you, even as the world wakes, for once you have met the lion within. You can never return to sleep again. You walk forward, light in your eyes, grace in your breath, and silence in your soul. And somewhere far away, in the unseen realm, the lion watches, his golden eyes glowing like twin suns, as he whispers one last blessing. May you always remember your roar, even when the world forgets its song. Breathe slowly, let the rhythm of your breath carry you beyond thought, beyond name, beyond the illusions that keep you small. You are walking now through a place that is not a place. The air hums softly. The light feels alive, and in the distance, you hear the faint echo of a roar, not fierce, not violent, but infinite. It is not sound, it is truth. The sound of the universe remembering itself. You move toward it, each step melting away another layer of self. You feel lighter, freer, as if centuries of burden are turning into dust beneath your feet. This is the sacred desert of stillness, where saints once wept and lions once prayed, where the wind recited poetry and the sand carried secrets. It is said that every soul must cross this desert once, not to find God, but to lose everything that is not God. And listen, the silence is vast. It holds you like a mother. It loves you without reason, without expectation, without end. The lion appears again, not as a beast of pride now, but as a mirror of light, his mane flowing like rivers of gold, his eyes calm, ancient, unblinking. He does not roar to claim the world. He roars to dissolve it, to remind you that everything you fear, everything you desire, everything you call yours, is only passing shadow. You fall to your knees, not out of weakness, but out of awe, out of surrender, because you finally understand the lion's power was never in his teeth, never in his strength. It was in his silence, in his unshakable being, in his acceptance of what is. He comes close, and when he breathes, you feel the scent of eternity. You feel the soft weight of divine patience, and something within you shatters. A wall, an image, a fear, and from its ruins rises peace, pure and unmovable. The lion speaks now, but his voice is not outside you. It blooms within, a golden vibration in the heart. He says, "You came seeking meaning, but meaning was seeking you. You came chasing power, but power was waiting in your stillness. You came to find the divine, but the divine was the breath within your own chest. And as he speaks, you feel your body dissolve, your name fade, your mind quiet. You are not a person anymore. You are the roar. You are the silence after the roar. You are the watcher. You are the watched. You are everything and nothing. Let this truth sink deep, beyond thought, beyond words, beyond identity. The lion begins to fade, but you do not feel loss, because now you know he was never leaving. He was returning to where he always belonged. Your center, your stillness, your soul. You place your hand on your heart, and it feels vast, like a sky that holds galaxies. You whisper softly, "I understand now." And the wind answers, "Yes, you do." You rise again, your feet bare, your spirit golden, your eyes reflecting both sun and shadow, and you walk forward, not toward destiny, but through it, as if destiny itself is bowing before your calm, because the lion has taught you what sages wrote in silence, that real strength is not in the fight, it is in peace, that real freedom is not escape, it is presence, that real love is not possession, it is union. And so you walk, carrying that roar of stillness within you, a soundless sound, a peace that moves mountains, a love that burns the ego into dust. And from far away, the lion watches once more, his golden eyes smiling, his voice now the wind itself. He whispers, "Go, my reflection, live gently, walk bravely, and when the world grows loud, remember, the lion within you never sleeps. Breathe, return, carry this peace with you, wherever you go. For this is not an ending, this is the eternal beginning. Breathe slowly, feel the rhythm of your chest rise and fall, soft as twilight wind, gentle as a prayer whispered through ancient sand. You walk deeper now into a place that glows like glass. The world around you has turned into reflections, 1,000 mirages moving together, each one shaped like a memory, a face, a story, a version of you that once believed it was real. The desert of mirrors stretches forever, endless, shimmering, alive, and as you walk, your reflection follows, but it changes. It wears your old masks, your old desires, your old fears. Breathe, look closely, and you will see what few dare to see. Each reflection is a voice of your past, a whisper of the ego that still clings to identity. They smile like saints, but their eyes hide shadows. They speak like lovers, but their hearts hunger for control. They wear wisdom, but crave praise. And you understand now how the ego is not a monster, but a mirror reflecting the false stories you told yourself to survive. The lion within you stands beside you again, silent, patient. His mane glows under the strange silver light, and he does not look at the mirrors. He looks at you. He waits. You step closer to one reflection. You see a version of yourself, smiling, confident, spiritual. But when you touch the surface, you feel the cold truth beneath, that this too was a performance, a way to feel holy without surrendering, a way to seem awake without truly opening the eyes. The lion breathes softly, and the mirrors tremble. His calm presence shatters illusions faster than force ever could. His silence burns brighter than any roar. You hear his voice again, low, deep, like thunder hidden in a temple. Truth is not what flatters you. Truth is what frees you. Look at these mirrors, not with pride, not with fear, but with love, for even your shadows were only longing for light. You close your eyes, and when you open them again, the mirrors begin to change. They turn into rivers, their surfaces rippling with soft golden light. Your reflections dissolve one by one until nothing remains but water, and in that water you see only the sky. The lion bows his head slightly, and you understand the teaching. The ego cannot be killed. It must be understood. It must be seen through, like glass, until only transparency remains. Breathe. Let the lesson settle deep into the quiet of your heart. You walk through the water now, each step rippling light into the horizon. You feel clean, empty, in the most beautiful way, as if the universe has finally exhaled through you. The lion walks beside you, his reflection nowhere to be seen, because he has no illusion left. He is pure being, pure presence, pure truth. You reach the edge of the mirrored desert, and there, the land opens into a soft meadow of white sand, where the wind hums the sound of remembrance. You sit down, the lion lies beside you, and for the first time, you do not seek any vision, any meaning, any voice. You just sit, and you are, and in that stillness, you feel something rise from within. Not pride, not fear, not joy, but peace, that unshakable, eternal peace that only comes when nothing is left to protect, when the heart has no mirror left to polish. Breathe. Stay in that silence, for this silence is not emptiness, it is everything. The lion turns his head slightly, his eyes half closed in grace, his breath warm against the morning air. He whispers without sound, "Now you are ready," for only those who see through the mirror can look directly into the light. And you understand that this journey was never about finding the lion. It was about remembering that the lion was always your reflection, your truest face, your eternal self. You rest your hand on his mane, the golden threads soft as prayer beads, and you feel his heartbeat, slow, vast, infinite. It merges with yours, and for a moment, there is no difference between the two. You smile gently, not out of victory, but out of awakening, for you have seen what lies beyond illusion, and you have learned to walk quietly with the truth. Breathe softly as the air around you changes. The endless desert fades, and in its place blooms a quiet garden, green as mercy, golden with light that feels alive. You hear the trickle of water, the whisper of leaves, the hum of the unseen, and somewhere deep inside, your soul exhales. You have crossed the desert of mirrors. You have met the lion of your being, and now you return, not as who you were, but as what you are, a soul awakened from the dream of separation. The lion walks beside you still, though softer now, his form shimmering between matter and spirit. His steps make no sound, for he has become silence itself, and in that silence, you hear everything. You walk beneath trees, older than time, their branches dripping with golden light, each leaf a verse, each ray a prayer. You touch the bark, and it hums like a heartbeat. You realize that the entire garden is alive with remembrance, a sacred echo of creation, still singing itself awake. Breathe. Feel the peace around you. Flow into the peace within you. You see a small pool at the garden center, clear as breath, reflecting the sky like a mirror of grace. You kneel beside it, and for the first time, you see your reflection not as shadow, not as ego, not as form, but as light, soft, infinite, true. The lion's reflection appears beside yours, but this time, you are the same light, the same being. His golden eyes no longer stare back at you. They stare through you, as if to say, You have returned home, but this home was never somewhere else. You touch the water, and ripples of warmth spread across your chest. Memories of all your lifetimes rising and dissolving. Your fears, like salt, melting in the sea of knowing. Your hopes like petals falling into divine rhythm. You hear the lion whisper again. The purpose of awakening is not escape. It is return. The one who finds truth must bring it back, to water the dry hearts of the world, to roar softly among those who have forgotten their own sound. His words sink deep, and you feel them bloom within you. A vow written in silence, a promise made to the eternal. You rise, and the garden moves with you. Flowers lean toward your breath. The wind swirls like incense. Even the sky feels closer, as if bending to bless your step. You walk toward a gate made of woven vines, each leaf carved with stories of those who came before you, seekers, lovers, wanderers, lions and lambs alike, all of them leaving traces of light for those who follow. And now it is your turn, your story to add, your breath to give. Breathe. Feel the sacred weight of your return. You place your hand on the gate, and before you step through, the lion's voice comes again, gentle, wise, eternal. When you return to the world, remember to walk slowly. Remember to listen more than you speak. Remember that not all battles need a roar. Some need only the silence of understanding. Remember to see the divine in the broken, the sacred in the ordinary, the eternal in every breath. You nod, your eyes wet with quiet gratitude, for you understand now what power truly is. It is not to conquer, it is to carry peace into places where it has been forgotten. The lion steps closer, his mane shimmering like a sun made of memory. He presses his forehead against yours, and in that touch, 1,000 unspoken blessings flow, for courage, for compassion, for remembrance. And then he fades into light, a roar that turns into a whisper that turns into the wind, a wind that settles into your heart, and you know he has not gone. He has become you. You walk through the gate, and the world greets you again. The same world, yet entirely new. The people, the noise, the motion, it all moves like waves of one ocean, and you are the still point within it. Breathe and feel the lion move through your breath. Walk and feel the earth answer your step. Speak and let your words come from silence. Love and let your love be prayer. The garden remains behind you, but its fragrance follows, a reminder that once you've met truth, it never leaves you. It walks with you through every sunrise, every storm, every breath, and in the distance, carried softly by the morning wind, you hear it once more, the faint, eternal roar, not of power, but of peace, not of the beast, but of the soul. And you smile, because you know you have not just found the lion, you have become him, and rest in that knowing, for this is the beginning of your return. Your purpose, reborn in quiet fire, your love made vast enough for the whole world. Breathe softly, feel the weight of calm in your chest, like a golden stone sinking to the bottom of a clear river. No rush, no resistance, only gravity, only grace. You have returned to the world now. Its hum surrounds you. The sound of footsteps, voices, laughter, pain, the dance of human life, moving endlessly, and you walk among it, not apart, but awake, your heart still echoing with the lion's silent roar. The world tries to pull you back into noise. It whispers temptations of speed, of pride, of proving. But something in you has changed. You no longer chase storms. You watch them pass. You no longer fight for attention. You offer presence. You no longer roar to be heard. You listen so deeply that even silence becomes language. Breathe. Feel the majesty of this quiet strength. People around you sense it, though they cannot name it. They see peace in your eyes and call it mystery. They feel calm in your presence and call it power. But you know, this is not power over others. This is mastery over self. You sit in the marketplace where chaos reigns like a wild sea. Voices rise, coins clatter, tempers flare, and you simply breathe. The lion sits invisible within your ribcage, his mane a crown of stillness, his breath a prayer that keeps your spirit centered. When someone speaks harshly, you feel the old fire stir, but now, instead of feeding it, you bow to it, you watch it with love, and it softens like a child who no longer needs to scream to be seen. This is the silence of kings, the calm that rules without control, the strength that bends without breaking, the power that heals without hurting, the wisdom that shines without speaking. You remember the lion's final words. Not all roars are loud, some are silent enough to shake the heavens, and you begin to live by them, each breath a vow, each act a reflection of quiet divinity. Breathe. Look at the faces around you, each one carrying its own desert, its own lion, sleeping beneath layers of fear. And you understand now that your peace is not only yours, it is medicine. When you walk with calm, others remember what peace feels like. When you listen with love, others remember what truth sounds like. You see the angry man, and you see his pain. You see the jealous woman, and you see her longing. You see the proud, the broken, the lost, and in each, you see yourself before awakening. You see humanity as a reflection of one vast soul, forgetful, yearning, divine. The lion within you watches with gentle eyes, his power no longer in dominance, but in patience, his roar no longer in sound, but in presence. You move through the crowd, slowly, mindfully, as if every step is a prayer, as if every breath carries light, and people turn, not because you demand their gaze, but because your stillness reminds them of something ancient, something holy. This is what it means to rule the inner kingdom, to walk with the steadiness of mountains, to burn with the quiet fire of the sun, to hold love and strength in one open hand. Breathe, feel the lion's heart beat within your own. You sit by a fountain as twilight falls, the water rippling with the reflection of stars, and you whisper softly to no one and to everyone, let my peace be a blessing. Let my silence be a roar. Let my love be fierce enough to heal and gentle enough to forgive. The wind answers softly, like a sigh from the unseen. And you know, you are not speaking to the world anymore. You are speaking through it. For the divine now uses your voice, your breath, your being. The lion rests within you, content, silent, eternal. His mane now made of light, his roar now a heartbeat of the universe. And you walk home, not as a seeker anymore, but as a source, not as a wanderer, but as a well, a fountain of stillness in a world that has forgotten to stop. Breathe deeply, for this is the essence of awakening, to be in the world yet untouched by it, to love deeply yet remain free, to burn fiercely yet never harm. And as you close your eyes, you hear the ancient whisper, one last time, echoing through your chest. The lion's voice saying, in silence you find truth. In stillness you find strength. In love you find eternity. And in yourself you find me. The world fades into soft night. Stars bloom across the sky. Your breath slows. Your soul rests, and the roar of stillness fills the universe once more. Breathe softly. Feel the warmth of your breath touch the air. Feel your heartbeat slow, steady, ancient, like a drum that knows the rhythm of the universe. You have crossed deserts. You have faced mirrors. You have roared in silence. And now you come to the most sacred journey of all, the return to love, the return to humanity, the return to the tenderness you once feared would make you weak. You walk through a garden where the morning light shimmers like prayer. Dew clings to every blade of grass like tiny stars. The air smells of life reborn. And in that stillness, you feel something stirring in your chest, not power, not pride, but the quiet ache of love. You had thought awakening would make you untouchable, beyond pain, beyond longing. But the truth reveals itself gently now. That enlightenment is not escape. It is expansion. The awakened heart does not close to protect itself. It opens so wide that it can hold the entire world. Breathe and feel this truth settle. You sit beneath a tree, its roots deep in the soil of centuries, its branches heavy with golden leaves, and you remember every soul you have ever loved, the faces that smiled, the hands that held, the voices that trembled, the hearts that broke, and for the first time, you do not turn away from the ache. You let it in because you understand now that love and pain are twin doors into the same temple. The lion appears again beside you, his form softer, his eyes gentler, his power no longer a storm, but a heartbeat. He lies beside you quietly, and the air between you feels like prayer. You whisper to him, "I have strength now, but how do I love without losing myself again?" And his eyes answer before his voice does, for they are oceans of compassion. Rivers of truth, he says. True strength is not in resisting love, but in loving without attachment. To love and still remain whole, to give and still remain full, to care deeply and still be free. This is the crown of being human. This is the balance of the lion and the heart. His words fall through you like sunlight through water. You feel them dissolve the old walls, the fears, the memories that once kept your tenderness locked away, and in their place grows stillness, not the stillness of distance, but the stillness of presence. Breathe. Feel your chest open like a door of light. You remember now the people who hurt you, and you no longer wish to erase them, for they too were teachers. Each wound a doorway, each betrayal a mirror, each loss a step toward awakening, and you bow to them in your heart, for without their shadow, you would not have found your flame. You remember the ones you loved, the laughter, the shared silence, the soft eyes of trust, and you realize that even those who left never truly left, for every soul that touches you becomes part of your breath, part of your rhythm, part of your eternity. The lion's mane glows like sunlight now. His presence hums in every atom of your being, and you understand that divinity is not found in the distance from humanity, but in the embrace of it, in holding the tears and the joy, the love and the loss. With equal reverence, you place your hand on your chest, feel the steady pulse beneath, and you whisper softly, "This is my kingdom, not of land, but of love, not of power, but of peace." And the lion whispers back, "You have learned the silence of kings, now learn the grace of hearts. For even lions kneel before love, and even love bows before humility." His voice lingers in the air like incense, sweet, warm, infinite. And you sit there, listening, not with ears, but with soul. The sun rises slowly, painting gold across your skin. The garden around you hums with quiet joy. You feel connected, to all things, to the soil, the air, the light, the unseen, and you realize you are not returning to the world. The world is returning to you. You stand, the lion rises beside you, his mane rippling with the light of morning, his eyes bright with blessing, and together you walk, human and divine, heart and strength, love and wisdom, two reflections of one eternal truth. Breathe and carry this knowing, for the crown of being human is not perfection. It is presence, not control, but compassion, not the roar of dominance, but the quiet grace of understanding. And as you walk back into life, into love, into the world that still forgets its own holiness, you smile, for you no longer need to teach through words. You teach through your being, through every look, every touch, every silence that holds peace, and the lion's voice, now part of your breath, whispers one last truth. The greatest king is the one who rules through love. The greatest power is the one that forgives, and the truest roar is the whisper of a heart that has finally come home. Let that settle deep, for this is not the end. This is the beginning of the human crown, the union of heaven and earth, the meeting of soul and form, the dance of strength and surrender. Breathe and let the light within you bow to the light in all. For you, the lion, and love are now one. Breathe slowly, as if each breath is a thread, weaving heaven into your chest. Feel the warmth rise in your belly, soft and golden, like the first spark before dawn. You are not beginning anew, you are remembering what was always there. The divine fire that never died, only waited quietly beneath your doubts. You have walked through shadow. You have tamed the lion within. You have learned to love without possession. And now it is time to rise, not as the seeker, but as the light itself. Listen to your heartbeat, each pulse a drumbeat of creation, each throb a whisper from eternity. And as the night deepens, you rise, you walk again into the flow of life, your steps soundless, your spirit luminous, and wherever you go, the world becomes a little softer, a little kinder, a little more awake, for you are the silent roar, the walking prayer, the returning flame, the endless fountain, the awakened heart, breathing love back into the world. Breathe softly, as if you are inhaling moonlight and exhaling centuries of silence. You have walked through fire. You have slept in the lion's heart. You have returned to the world with peace in your bones. And now, the path opens into something deeper, something tender, the realm of love. Breathe again. Feel the quiet trembling in your chest, the kind that comes before revelation. This is where the soul learns to see the beloved, not in temples, not in stars, but in faces, in glances, in every human mirror that walks beside you. You meet someone and your heart stirs, not because they complete you, but because they remind you of what you already are. Love, in disguise. The mystics knew this secret, that every encounter is divine play, that the eyes we fall into are simply windows through which the infinite peeks back at itself. Breathe, let the sweetness of this truth melt across your heart. You look at those around you, the mother, the stranger, the child, the friend, and something in you whispers, there you are, my beloved, wearing another face. The lion within you watches with golden calm, for even love, he knows, must be balanced by clarity. The fire must not consume the fountain, nor the fountain drown the flame. So you learn to love without clinging, to hold without owning, to touch without grasping. You love as the sun loves, freely, endlessly, without demanding to be loved in return. Breathe. Feel that radiant peace. You walk among people and feel their pain. You see the loneliness behind their smiles, and your heart opens wider. You no longer judge. You no longer rush to fix. You simply love, silently, like rain blessing the thirsty earth. This love is not romance. It is remembrance. It is the soul seeing itself in every reflection. It is the heart whispering to every heart, "We are one. We have always been one." Let that knowing expand in your chest as if eternity itself is breathing through you. You think of those who hurt you, and something shifts. Their faces no longer bring pain, but compassion, for you see their wounds as cries for love, and your forgiveness becomes effortless, like a river finding the sea. This is the true roar of the awakened heart, the roar that blesses all it touches, the roar that echoes silently through every act of kindness, every breath of patience, every tear that falls in understanding. Breathe and look around you. The world begins to glow differently now, each person shimmering faintly with divine light, some dimmed by grief, some bright with hope, but all carrying the same flame. Hidden behind the veil of flesh and fear, you realize you have never truly been alone, for every soul you have met was another reflection of the same infinite love. The lion beside you bows his great head, his eyes shimmering with golden tears, and you hear his voice, soft as wind through ancient trees. You have learned strength, you have learned stillness, but the final mastery is tenderness, for love is the crown of all awakening, and the heart, when open, is the throne of the divine. Breathe slowly. Let those words carve light into your being. You feel warmth blooming in your chest again, spreading outward into your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your breath, until it fills the space around you. A halo of quiet compassion. You whisper to the air, to the unseen, to the beloved, behind every face. Wherever I look, I see you, in the smile, in the sorrow, in the stranger. In the mirror, the wind responds, gently brushing your cheek, as if the universe itself smiles back. And you understand, the journey has never been from here to there. It has been from separation to unity, from fear to love, from blindness to vision. Breathe deeply. Feel the lion's heartbeat once more in rhythm with your own. You are no longer searching for the beloved. You are living as the beloved. Your every breath a verse, your every glance a blessing, your every silence a prayer. And as night falls softly over the world, you close your eyes and see only light shimmering behind every form, every name, every heartbeat. The lion fades into that light and whispers one last time, "To love all is to know God. To forgive all is to free yourself. To see me in all is to finally see yourself." Breathe and let your heart rest in that knowing, for the beloved's mirror surrounds you always, within and without, forever reflecting, forever returning, forever home. Breathe slowly, as if you are inhaling the beginning of time and exhaling the end of it. Feel your chest rise and fall, as if the universe itself moves through you. You have walked through every gate now, fire and fountain, silence and sound, love and letting go. And as you stand in this sacred stillness, you begin to sense the great circle, the endless turning of return. Breathe again. Let your awareness soften like silk melting in sunlight. The lion within you is quiet now, not gone, not asleep, but dissolved into your breath. His strength no longer separate from you. His wisdom now the rhythm of your pulse. His roar now the silence between your thoughts, The journey you began as a seeker, you now complete as the silence itself. For the soul that once wandered has come home to the very center of being, to the space where there is no distance, no other, no time. Listen to the still hum that lives beneath your heartbeat, the soundless sound the mystics called the divine breath. You realize now that every birth is a beginning and every ending only another birth. That love does not vanish when it fades from the world. It changes form. It becomes wind. It becomes light. It becomes the quiet compassion in a stranger's eyes. And you are part of that cycle, forever returning, forever remembering, forever dissolving into love. Breathe softly and see the world through the eyes of your soul. The trees no longer just stand, they breathe. The air no longer just moves, it prays. The stars no longer just shine, they sing. And you realize everything you loved has never been lost, only transformed. The circle of return is not a path, it is a pulse, a sacred rhythm that beats through all creation. You're not outside it, you're it, the wave and the ocean, the flame and the light, the breath and the silence that holds it. Breathe again, each inhale a remembering, each exhale a surrender. You see your life like a tapestry now, woven with golden threads of joy and shadow, love and loss, fear and faith. And as you gaze upon it, you no longer judge the patterns. You only marvel at their beauty, for even the dark threads have shaped the light. Even the mistakes have taught the soul to sing. You whisper to no one and to everything, thank you. And those two words open the gates of heaven within, gratitude rising through you, like morning sun through fog. Breathe. Let that warmth fill your chest. You understand now what the old mystics meant when they said, the end is the beginning in disguise. For as you surrender completely, you do not vanish, you expand. You become the breath of all things, the light behind every eye, the silence in every heart that dares to listen. The lion's voice rises once more, soft, distant, like a memory of gold and sand. You have roared, you have wept, you have burned, you have loved. Now rest, for you are no longer apart from the whole. You are the whole remembering itself. And with that, his presence merges into light. Your light, the light. No borders, no names, only being, only love. Breathe one last time, in and out. Feel yourself dissolve into the vastness. No fear, no striving, only peace, boundless, timeless, effortless. You are the circle now, the eternal return, the breath of the lion and the whisper of the wind, the spark in the stone and the calm of the stars. You are every roar, every silence, every heart. And as you drift into this infinite stillness, you know, you will return again, not as seeker, not as teacher, but as love itself, walking in form, to remind another heart of what it already is. Divine, whole, infinite. Breathe, rest in that truth. The journey is complete, and yet it never ends. The lion sleeps in your soul, and eternity hums through your breath, forever and forever. Then breathe again, slowly, deeply, as the night curls around you like an ancient guardian. The stars whispering in silent tongues. Only the soul remembers, and in that sacred silence, you feel the pull of something vast, something older than time. The call of the lion within, the moon, high above, is not just light, it is memory, a silver witness to the ages when man and beast were one breath, one rhythm, one soul, and as its light spills upon your skin, you feel your own boundaries dissolve. The ego softens, the noise of the world begins to melt into a tender hum, the hum of existence itself. You are not a human body sitting in the dark. You are awareness itself, draped in stardust, listening to echoes of forgotten courage, the same courage that once burned in the golden eyes of the lion. You begin to remember, faintly, softly, the story of power not born from dominance, but from presence. The lion never rushes, never explains, never proves. It simply is his. And that being radiates such peace that even the wind bows around it. Now feel your chest, the slow rise and fall, as if the rhythm of your breath is syncing with the breath of the savanna, the grass swaying, the earth breathing, and somewhere in the unseen distance, a lion lifts its head beneath the moon. It does not roar yet. It listens. It waits. It knows in this moment, you too are learning to wait, to listen, to know. You feel the fire awaken. It moves up your spine like a sun, climbing through the branches of a sacred tree, each breath feeding it, each moment making it brighter, hot, alive, yet calm, controlled, obedient to your soul. This is the Sufi flame, born from love, tempered by surrender. It burns not to destroy, but to purify, not to conquer, but to illuminate. You close your eyes and see within you a fountain of light, softly rising, overflowing, pouring warmth into every corner of your being, washing away the remnants of fear, doubt, and fatigue. Breathe, feel that gentle overflow, the meeting of fire and water, of power and peace. The lion sits before you now. His mane glows like sunlight seen through crystal. His eyes no longer fierce, but radiant with quiet joy. And he speaks, not in words, but in vibration, a hum that fills your bones. You are the keeper of both fire and fountain, he says. Within you lives the flame that burns illusions, and the fountain that cools the soul. To master one without the other is imbalance. To hold both in harmony is awakening. His truth flows through you like sacred wine, and you feel your body respond, softly, gracefully, like a candle bowing to its own flame. You understand now. Discipline without love becomes rigidity. Love without discipline becomes chaos. But when the two unite, creation itself begins to sing through you. Let that truth melt through your being. Like honey into warm milk, you stand before an ancient mirror of light. Your reflection no longer just human. You see the fire in your eyes, the fountain in your breath. You see the lion's strength and the mystic's gentleness. You see the saint and the warrior, the poet and the king, all merged into one still presence. You lift your hand, and where your fingers touch the air, light follows, as if reality itself bows to your awareness. For creation responds to those who have dissolved their ego, to those who no longer demand, but radiate. You remember the old saying, whispered by the mystics, when the self dies, the beloved breathes through you, and in that breath, you finally understand you were never meant to find God outside. You were meant to become his echo within. Breathe deeply. Feel your heart open again, the fountain flowing gently upward, the fire burning softly within, meeting in the center of your chest, creating a sphere of radiant gold, pulsing slowly, rhythmically, in time with the universe. This is your power, not the power to rule, but to awaken, not the power to command, but to bless, not the power to control, but to inspire. You look around you, and the world glows differently now. Trees shimmer with quiet life. Wind carries whispers of forgotten prayers. Light bends gently around every leaf. Every shadow feels kind, for you have changed, and the world mirrors your stillness. The lion steps closer, his breath warm against your cheek, his voice softer than before. It is time to walk as fire, but flow as fountain, to burn only that which is false, and to nourish all that is true, to act, but without attachment, to give, but without depletion, to shine, but without pride. And as he speaks, you feel the dual current within you balance perfectly, the fire steady, the fountain eternal. You are no longer pulled between doing and being. You are both simultaneously, seamlessly. Breathe. Let the silence between breaths stretch like eternity, and in that stillness, a soft knowing blooms that your journey is not to escape life, but to infuse it with light, not to ascend beyond humanity, but to sanctify it. Every act, every word, every glance, becoming worship, becoming art, becoming love. You lift your face to the invisible sky and whisper, I am ready, not to conquer, but to create, not to be followed, but to awaken, not to be worshipped, but to serve. And somewhere in the unseen, a soft wind rises, carrying your whisper into the heart of the divine. The lion's eyes close, and you feel his spirit merge into yours completely. No longer separate, you are one force, one fire, one fountain. The world breathes with you now. Your steps leave trails of light. Your silence hums with healing. Your gaze carries peace, for wherever you walk, the fire will bless, and the fountain will bloom. Breathe. Remember, this is what you were born for, not to chase greatness, but to embody grace, not to seek light, but to become it. And as the final whisper fades into the vastness of the soul, the voice of the lion, now your own, whispers gently, the true fire does not consume, it creates, and the true fountain does not end. It renews, again and again and again. Breathe softly and rest in this knowing, for the fire and the fountain within you are now eternal. Breathe slowly, as if the universe itself exhales through you, your chest rising and falling like the tide of creation, soft, unhurried, complete. You have walked through deserts of fear. You have met the lion in the silence. You have burned away your shadows in the sacred fire. And now the journey brings you back to the marketplace of souls, to the world of faces and stories, to the realm where love must walk in dust. Feel your feet on the ground, the earth beneath you, alive, breathing, listening, welcoming you back as one of its awakened children. You return not as a seeker, but as a vessel. Your steps are prayers now. Your words are healing now. Your presence itself has become a kind of medicine. The world has not changed. The noise still hums. The chaos still dances. But something in you no longer trembles. For you have found a stillness beneath motion, peace beneath pressure, love beneath everything. You walk through the city streets where people rush and ache and dream, and you see it all with new eyes. You see not struggle, but longing, not hatred, but hurt, not pride, but forgotten tenderness. Breathe softly as the lion's heart beats quietly within yours. You remember his last lesson. The awakened do not escape the world, they bless it. And so you begin to bless, not through rituals or words, but through presence, through the quiet act of being utterly here. You pass a stranger and smile, not the smile of formality, but the smile that says, I see your light even through your pain. and something in that stranger softens. A small healing begins, though they may never know why. This is the work of the awakened, not to preach, but to emanate, not to teach, but to become a mirror, so that others may remember their own divine reflection. Listen to the rhythm of your breath as it flows like a sacred river, carrying your calm into every room, every conversation, every silence. You sit with those in sorrow, and you do not fix them. You simply hold space. You let your stillness become a cradle for their breaking, and slowly they begin to breathe again. For the soul heals in the company of peace. You meet anger with gentleness, not weakness, but a strength that cannot be provoked. You meet arrogance with compassion, for pride is only pain wearing a mask. You meet love with humility, for even love can burn, if not softened by surrender. The lion within you does not sleep now. He walks beside you, a silent guardian of balance, his eyes calm, his breath steady, his presence reminding you are both spirit and soil, light and shadow, flame and fountain. Breathe. Let the sound of your own breath become the mantra. You begin to notice beauty everywhere, in the way sunlight touches a broken wall, in the laughter of children running past, in the wrinkles around a stranger's eyes, in the quiet resilience of those who keep loving despite their scars. And you understand that enlightenment is not escape, it is deeper immersion, to live fully, to feel completely, to give endlessly without losing the center of stillness within. Your heart expands with each breath, wide enough to hold the entire world, and yet light enough to remain free. You no longer carry burdens. You transform them, turning pain into poetry, fear into prayer, confusion into compassion. You walk through the world as the lion once walked through the desert, majestic in stillness, gentle in power, your eyes seeing through illusion, your heart radiating peace without effort. Breathe. Let this moment sink deep into the marrow of your being. You stop at a fountain in the city square. The sound of water reminds you of the inner fountain, the endless source that flows through you, and you whisper softly, for no one but the divine to hear, I am home. And in that whisper, the wind stirs, the air grows luminous, the invisible world smiles, for another soul has returned, not to heaven, but to harmony. You sit there quietly, watching the reflections in the water, people passing, the hum of life continuing, and for a moment, you see everything as one living tapestry, woven by unseen hands, each thread sacred, each moment divine. You have become the calm at the center of the storm, the stillness beneath the waves, the love behind all appearances. The lion's roar now lives as your silence, and through that silence, the universe speaks. Breathe. Rest in this truth, for enlightenment was never a mountain to climb. It was a home to return to, a remembering of what you have always been, the soul of a lion, the heart of light, the breath of eternity. You feel the fire awaken. It moves up your spine like a sun, climbing through the branches of a sacred tree, each breath feeding it, each moment making it brighter, hot, alive, yet calm, controlled, obedient to your soul. This is the Sufi flame, born from love, tempered by surrender. It burns not to destroy, but to purify, not to conquer, but to illuminate. You close your eyes and see within you a fountain of light, softly rising, overflowing, pouring warmth into every corner of your being, washing away the remnants of fear, doubt, and fatigue. Breathe. Feel that gentle overflow, the meeting of fire and water, of power and peace. The lion sits before you now. His mane glows like sunlight seen through crystal. His eyes no longer fierce, but radiant with quiet joy. And he speaks, not in words, but in vibration, a hum that fills your bones. You are the keeper of both fire and fountain, he says. Within you lives the flame that burns illusions, and the fountain that cools the soul. To master one without the other is imbalance. To hold both in harmony is awakening. His truth flows through you like sacred wine, and you feel your body respond softly, gracefully, like a candle bowing to its own flame. You understand now. Discipline without love becomes rigidity. Love without discipline becomes chaos. But when the two unite, creation itself begins to sing through you. Let that truth melt through your being. Like honey into warm milk, you stand before an ancient mirror of light. Your reflection no longer just human. You see the fire in your eyes, the fountain in your breath. You see the lion's strength and the mystic's gentleness. You see the saint and the warrior, the poet and the king, all merged into one still presence. You lift your hand, and where your fingers touch the air, light follows, as if reality itself bows to your awareness. For creation responds to those who have dissolved their ego, to those who no longer demand, but radiate. You remember the old saying, whispered by the mystics, when the self dies, the beloved breathes through you, and in that breath, you finally understand you were never meant to find God outside. You were meant to become his echo within. Breathe deeply. Feel your heart open again, the fountain flowing gently upward, the fire burning softly within, meeting in the center of your chest, creating a sphere of radiant gold, pulsing slowly, rhythmically, in time with the universe. This is your power, not the power to rule, but to awaken, not the power to command, but to bless, not the power to control, but to inspire. You look around you, and the world glows differently now. Trees shimmer with quiet life. Wind carries whispers of forgotten prayers. Light bends gently around every leaf. Every shadow feels kind, for you have changed, and the world mirrors your stillness. The lion steps closer, his breath warm against your cheek, his voice softer than before. It is time to walk as fire, but flow as fountain, to burn only that which is false, and to nourish all that is true, to act, but without attachment, to give, but without depletion, to shine, but without pride. And as he speaks, you feel the dual current within you balance perfectly, the fire steady, the fountain eternal. You are no longer pulled between doing and being. You are both simultaneously, seamlessly. Breathe. Let the silence between breaths stretch like eternity, and in that stillness, a soft knowing blooms that your journey is not to escape life, but to infuse it with light, not to ascend beyond humanity, but to sanctify it. Every act, every word, every glance, becoming worship, becoming art, becoming love. You lift your face to the invisible sky and whisper, I am ready, not to conquer, but to create, not to be followed, but to awaken, not to be worshipped, but to serve. And somewhere in the unseen, a soft wind rises, carrying your whisper into the heart of the divine. The lion's eyes close, and you feel his spirit merge into yours completely. No longer separate, you are one force, one fire, one fountain. The world breathes with you now. Your steps leave trails of light. Your silence hums with healing. Your gaze carries peace, for wherever you walk, the fire will bless and the fountain will bloom. Breathe. Remember, This is what you were born for, not to chase greatness, but to embody grace, not to seek light, but to become it. And as the final whisper fades into the vastness of the soul, the voice of the lion, now your own, whispers gently, the true fire does not consume, it creates, and the true fountain does not end. It renews, again and again and again. Breathe softly and rest in this knowing, for the fire and the fountain within you are now eternal. Breathe slowly, as if the universe itself exhales through you, your chest rising and falling like the tide of creation, soft, unhurried, complete. You have walked through deserts of fear. You have met the lion in the silence. You have burned away your shadows in the sacred fire. And now the journey brings you back to the marketplace of souls, to the world of faces and stories, to the realm where love must walk in dust. Feel your feet on the ground, the earth beneath you, alive, breathing, listening, welcoming you back as one of its awakened children. You return not as a seeker, but as a vessel. Your steps are prayers now. Your words are healing now. Your presence itself has become a kind of medicine. The world has not changed. The noise still hums. The chaos still dances. But something in you no longer trembles. For you have found stillness beneath motion, peace beneath pressure, love beneath everything. You walk through the city streets where people rush and ache and dream, and you see it all with new eyes. You see not struggle, but longing, not hatred, but hurt, not pride, but forgotten tenderness. Breathe softly as the lion's heart beats quietly within yours. You remember his last lesson. The awakened do not escape the world, they bless it. And so you begin to bless, not through rituals or words, but through presence, through the quiet act of being utterly here. You pass a stranger and smile, not the smile of formality, but the smile that says, I see your light even through your pain. And something in that stranger softens. A small healing begins, though they may never know why. This is the work of the awakened, not to preach, but to emanate, not to teach, but to become a mirror, so that others may remember their own divine reflection. Listen to the rhythm of your breath as it flows like a sacred river, carrying your calm into every room, every conversation, every silence. You sit with those in sorrow, and you do not fix them. You simply hold space. You let your stillness become a cradle for their breaking, and slowly they begin to breathe again. For the soul heals in the company of peace. You meet anger with gentleness, not weakness, but a strength that cannot be provoked. You meet arrogance with compassion, for pride is only pain wearing a mask. You meet love with humility, for even love can burn, if not softened by surrender. The lion within you does not sleep now. He walks beside you, a silent guardian of balance, his eyes calm, his breath steady, his presence reminding you you are both spirit and soil, light and shadow, flame and fountain. Breathe. Let the sound of your own breath become the mantra. You begin to notice beauty everywhere, in the way sunlight touches a broken wall, in the laughter of children running past, in the wrinkles around a stranger's eyes, in the quiet resilience of those who keep loving despite their scars. And you understand that enlightenment is not escape, it is deeper immersion, to live fully, to feel completely, to give endlessly without losing the center of stillness within. Your heart expands with each breath, wide enough to hold the entire world, and yet light enough to remain free. You no longer carry burdens. You transform them turning pain into poetry, fear into prayer, confusion into compassion. You walk through the world as the lion once walked through the desert, majestic in stillness, gentle in power, your eyes seeing through illusion, your heart radiating peace without effort. Breathe. Let this moment sink deep into the marrow of your being. You stop at a fountain in the city square. The sound of water reminds you of the inner fountain, the endless source that flows through you, and you whisper softly, for no one but the divine to hear, I am home. And in that whisper, the wind stirs, the air grows luminous, the invisible world smiles, for another soul has returned, not to heaven, but to harmony. You sit there quietly, watching the reflections in the water, people passing, the hum of life continuing, and for a moment, you see everything as one living tapestry, woven by unseen hands, each thread sacred, each moment divine. You have become the calm at the center of the storm, the stillness beneath the waves, the love behind all appearances. The lion's roar now lives as your silence, and through that silence, the universe speaks. Breathe. Rest in this truth. For enlightenment was never a mountain to climb. It was a home to return to, a remembering of what you have always been, the soul of a lion, the heart of light, the breath of eternity. Because the lion's strength is not in its muscles, but in its silence, not in its claws, but in its calm. It acts only when the moment is pure, when love and stillness merge into one movement. So you rest your thoughts now, let them drift like golden dust on a gentle breeze, each worry dissolving, each fear softening, each doubt fading into the blue of the night. You are not lost, you are returning to the temple of your own spirit, where the lion waits quietly, not as an enemy to tame, but as a truth to remember. And as you inhale again, slowly, through your heart, you sense that your soul has worn many forms, a wanderer, a seeker, a flame, a wave, a dream, and in each, the lion's essence was hidden somewhere inside, sleeping beneath your gentleness, guarding the gates of your deeper knowing. The mystics say the lion lives between courage and surrender, between love and detachment, between action and stillness. And when you find that sacred middle path, you no longer chase meaning, you become meaning itself. The stars above watch in quiet approval. They have seen countless souls awaken this way, through silence, through remembering, through love that burns the ego gently away. And now, as your breath slows, you begin to see the outlines of the lion more clearly, its mane shimmering in the moonlight, its eyes pools of golden awareness, and you realize it has been sitting before you all along, patient, eternal, a reflection of the strength you have always had. You meet its gaze, and there is no fear, only recognition, as if the soul in your eyes and the soul in its eyes are mirrors facing each other, infinite reflections of divine power, divine peace. Breathe, and let that power return to you now, softly, not as fire, but as light. Your mind opens like the desert at night, vast, endless, sacred, and in that stillness, you finally hear it. The roar that does not shatter the night, but awakens. It is not the roar of aggression, it is the roar of truth, the moment when the soul remembers its original sound. And you, beloved listener, have just begun your awakening.